Well, that happens all the time. I'm kind of nervous to talk about deep stuff like that because it's kind of coming on strongly. Maybe after everyone is better friends with each other. Anyways, here's Monica's writing tip of the day. Sometimes when you're writing a poem or a story, your brain gets too fixated on a specific point. If you try so hard to make it perfect, then you'll never make any progress. Just force yourself to get something down on a paper and tidy it up later. Another way to think about this is, if you keep your pen in the same spot for too long, you'll just get a big dark puddle of ink. So just move your hand and go with the flow. That's my advice for today. That's what I tell everybody when they're trying to draw. Not really, no. I just tell them to at least try to draw something. Try to draw something, you know. I give them an idea or something to draw. I feel like they go a little bit out of, you know, whatever. Thanks for listening. No problem, Monica. Who should I show my poem to next? Yuri, Natsuki, Seobi? Well, Monica said Yuri would like this, so I guess Yuri? I'm going down, up. I'm going from down and up, anyways. Dot, dot, dot? Your mouth is so microscopic, like I need a microscope just to see your mouth. What the heck, or a magnifying glass. As Yuri reads the poem, I notice her eyes lighten. Exceptional. What was that? Dot, dot, dot? Question mark? Did I say that out loud? Yuri first covers her mouth, but then ends up covering her whole face. I ... exclamation point. You. He's going to hate me. How can the puppet read her mind? You really didn't do anything wrong, Yuri? I guess you're right. What am I getting nervous for? Yuri takes a breath. So, what kind of writing experience do you have? Absolutely none. Me personally, I don't really write that well. The one I do is just frustration. Anyway, your use of imagery and metaphors indicates you've written a lot of poetry before. No, really? Question mark? Wow, that's a huge compliment coming from you. This is actually my first time, really. Huh? Yuri stares at me blankly, then looks at my poem again. Dot, dot, dot? Well, I know that. I just meant, Yuri trails off, unable to find an excuse. It's okay. Excuse for what? I don't understand. It's just... What? She traces her fingers along the words in the poem, as if breaking it down more thoroughly. Yeah, okay. This is the reason I was able to tell. It's just that there are specific writing habits that are usually typical of new writers, and have been in through that myself. I kind of learned to pick up on them. I think the most noticeable reason thing I recognize in new writers is that they try to make their style very deliberate. What? In other words, they tend to pick a writing style separate from the topic matters, and they fit the two together. In the end, result is both the style and the expressiveness are weakened. Once Yuri finds her train of thought, it's as if her demeanor totally changes. Her stammering is completely gone and she sounds like an expert. Of course, that's not something you can be blamed for. There are so many different skills and techniques that go into writing even a simple poem. Not just finding them and building them, but getting them to work together is probably the most challenging part. It may take you some time, but it all comes with practice and learning by example and trying new things. I also hope that everyone else in the club gives you valuable feedback. Natsuki can be a little bit biased, though. Biased how? Well, never mind. I shouldn't be talking about people. Sorry. It's fine. I'm not sure if Yuri is apologizing to herself, to me, or Natsuki. Do you mind if I read your poem now? Please do. I love to share my thoughts process behind it. Yuri smiles dreamily as if it's a rare opportunity for her, which itself is kind of funny. After all, isn't this supposed to be a literature club? Ghost Under the Light? Oh no. She has the fanciest of squiggles. Oh god, how am I supposed to read this? The tendrils of my hair illuminate beneath the amber glow, bathing. It must be this one, the last remaining streetlights to have withstood the test of time, the last yet to be replaced by the thickening blue-green hue of the future. I bathe. Calm breathing air of the present, but living in the past. The light flickens. The light flickers. The flickers black. The light flickers. I flicker back. Oh, okay. The light flickers. I flicker back. Interesting. ... I'm sorry, I have such terrible handwriting. What? I can't even write like that. Be quiet, you. I can't write fancy squiggles like everyone else in this room can. Probably. I don't know. I wasn't thinking at all. But it took you a long time to read. Okay, just because I can't understand fancy squiggles doesn't mean anything. Well, I just don't read script very often. See? I actually think your handwriting is pretty. That's a relief. Yes, you have that fancy squiggles. I can't write that. Everybody but me can write that. I also like the poem, even though it was short. It was really descriptive. Yes, it was. It really was. It wasn't too short. I usually write longer poems. Not at all. I'm really glad you liked it. I'll be honest. Since this is our first time sharing, I wanted to write something a little more mild. Something Something easy to digest, I suppose. Why does everyone use digest as something like... This is weird. Anytime I hear the word digest, I'm just thinking of someone eating something. So what am I, eating the poem? No. Are you into ghosts, Yuri? Who? What? Actually, the story isn't about a ghost at all, CSK. Really? I must have totally missed the point. Well, I suppose you did only glance over it after all. But remember that poets often express their own thoughts, feelings, and expressive experiences in their work. They usually do more than... Ow! Phil, just because you came back with the stuff doesn't mean you can slap me. Go to your charging station, god dang it. Get out of my face. Get out of my face, you jerk. Don't you make that... No. Don't. Stop it. God dang it. They usually do more than tell a simple story or paint a picture. In this case, perhaps the subject of the poem is only being symbolically compared to a ghost, lingering in her last remaining place of comfort, unable to let go of the past, and soon to be left with nothing. That's a lot more solemn solemn putting it that way. I hadn't even thought of that. It kind of makes sense now that I think about it. It's nothing really. You keep getting too stressed and flustered and like shy. Someone you just need to like calm down a little bit. Chill. Yeah. If anything, I could probably learn a thing or two from you. You think so? Yeah, of course. Ah. You know, I was really nervous about doing all this, but in the end, I enjoyed it. I'm gonna keep doing my best for you, CSK. Oh, that's nice. Me too. Next, Yuki. Cause we're going from the down to up. You're a jerk. Your hair is pink. Okay, good to know. You're the nub. You're the nub of the group. CSK, you're not going to take this club thing seriously, then go home. What did I do? What? Harsh. What, do you expect me to believe that you actually put effort into this? Do you think I'm stupid? I'm not a writer. Maybe this is not very good, but yeah, I did put effort in. We all start somewhere, right? You're a very rude person, Natsuki. I don't like you. If you're still proud of the first poem you ever wrote, then I'd like to read it. Painful to think about? ... Fine. Well, sorry. You'll get better anyways. Now you're being nice. Now that the puppet like put you basically like who? What about you, huh? You know? It's like I'm a kitty baby. Hi, Navi. I'd tell you what to improve, but you'd better off just trying again. You are so rude. Fair enough. Well, to each their own, I guess. What? Anyways, I guess I gotta share mine now, knowing you'll probably think it's stupid. No, you. Eagles can fly, monkeys can climb, crickets can leap, horses can race, owls can seek, cheetahs can run, eagles can fly, people can try, but that's about it. That last part kind of threw me. Kind of be like, oh, okay. Yeah, I told you that you weren't gonna like it. It was okay. It was adorable. It's fine. That's like the equivalent of what I can. That's basically what I can do in poetry. That's all I can do. Same. I have the same as you. Just be honest. I am. Why are you so convinced that I wouldn't like it? Well, because everyone in high school thinks that writing has to be all sophisticated and stuff. Well, it doesn't. I can't even write. I can't write fancy squiggles. So people don't even take my writing seriously. But isn't that the point of poems, for people to express themselves? Your writing style wouldn't make your message any less valid. Yes, exactly. I like it when it's easy to read, but it hits you hard. Like this poem. Yeah, that makes sense. Seeing everyone around you doing great things can be really disheartening. Oh my god, it's so true! So I decided to write about it. That is true. I can understand. I can really understand. But the other nice things about simple writing thing is that it puts more weight into wordplay in the wordplay. Like I set it up for a rhyme, and I like to set up for a rhyme at the end, but then made it fall flat on purpose. It helps bring out the feeling in the last line. So, you did. I guess more went into it than I realized. That's what I mean. That's what it means to be a pro. I'm glad you learned something. Didn't expect that from the youngest one here, did you? I guess not. So I decided to humor her with that last comment. really don't care how old everyone is, but if Natsuki is feeling proud, then I won't take that away from her. I mean, she's kind of a jerk. And the last one is Sayori. This is a good poem, CSK. Are you sure it's your first time? Yeah, of course, it's not that good. I'm the kind of guy who would be writing a poems in his spare time. Am I? Okay. I guess you're right. But that's why it impressed me. Well, to be honest, I was afraid that you wouldn't do it seriously. Or that you wouldn't write one at all. I probably wouldn't. I'm really just happy that you wrote one. I wouldn't be able to even write a word because I wouldn't even, know what to... I don't even know how to write a poem. What makes you think I can? It just reminds me of how you're really a part of the club now. Not to mention the fact that I am standing in front of you in the club room. Well, of course not. I'm not really into it yet, but that doesn't mean I'll break my promise. It's like I said before, CSK. Deep down, you're not selfish at all, you know? I mean, so far I haven't got that from the puppet at all. And I don't think I'm selfish, am I? I don't know, ask my friends next time I see them. Trying new things like this is for other people. Trying new things like this for other people. That's something that only really good people do. No, that's just something that a person does because they want to. Thanks, Sayori. I'm not sure if Sayori is sees the full picture of my motive here. Then again, I can't deny that she's part of the reason I joined. She's the only reason! She literally, dragged you, she just, grabbed you by the throat, threw you into the room, and said you have to join, basically. Because they made cupcakes for you, specifically. You can't just take the food and say, haha, I'm not gonna join the club, I was just here for the food. That's rude. Knowing how much this means to her and all. That has nothing to do with it. At least, to me anyways. Yeah. Be your way of thanking me. Alright, I'm going to hold you to that then. Yay! Now, you'll read my poem too, right? Don't worry, I'm really bad at this. Well, let's see about that. Dear sunshine, the way you glow through my blinds in the morning, it makes me feel like you missed me. Kissing my forehead to help me out of bed, making me rub the sleepy from my eyes. Are you asking me to come out and play? Are you trusting me to wish away a rainy day? I look above, the sky is blue. It's a secret, but I trust you too. If it wasn't for you, I could sleep forever, but I'm not mad. I want breakfast. Okay, what? That last one, just out of... I have a suspicion, but I don't want to see. It doesn't seem that. Terry, this is just a guess, but did you wait until this morning to write this? No. Just a little bit. You can't just answer just a little bit to a yes or no question. You really can't. I forgot to do it last night. Well, at least that makes me feel a little better about myself. Don't be mean. I still tried my best. Oh, yeah. I didn't mean to say that it was a bad poem. Came out, oh, nice, or how should I put it? It sounds just like you. Really? Yeah. Especially that last line. I made eggs and toast. Are we ever gonna read our poem? Or is it just like everyone else can see it but me? Ow, my chest. Even though you were late to school, it's bad to skip breakfast. It really is. Breakfast is the most important meal of the day. See, I don't always get to eat anything. I don't always get to eat breakfast, but when I do, it's usually only two half pints of milk. It's basically a pint. I basically get a pint of milk as a breakfast. I get all cranky. You cranky? Wait, your hair is like a light brown. I thought it was pink. I thought it was like a strange pink color. So only. Well, I guess there's no point in arguing. Anyways, thanks for showing me. This was so much fun. Monica's the best. Where did that come from? Yeah. Next time I won't forget. I'm gonna write the best poem ever. Well, I guess I look forward to it. Phew! Oh god, that was such difficulty. Wow. Giving my poem to everybody else to read? Huh. The difficulty in that was like, gosh, insane mode on like Doom 4. Gosh. I glance around the room. That was a little more stressful than I anticipated. How? It's as if everyone is judging me for my mediocre writing abilities. But you writ a poem. I can't even like think about poems. I don't even know how to write a poem. You can write up one. Shut up. Even if they're just being nice, there's no way my poem can stand up to theirs. That is true, but still. You can write one. I can't. I don't even know how to write a poem. I guess that's what I ended up getting myself into. Across the room, Sayori and Monica are happily chatting. My eyes land on Yuri and Natsuki. They are gingerly exchanging sheets of paper and staring at their basically, they're looking at each other's poems. As they read in tandem, I watch each of their expressions change. Natsuki's eyebrows frown in frustration. Meanwhile, Yuri smiles sadly. What's with this language? Eh? Did you say something? Oh no! It's nothing. Returns the poem to the desk with one hand. I guess you could say it's fancy. Thanks? Yours is cute. Cute? Did you completely miss the symbolism or something? They're about feeling of giving up. How can that be cute? I know that. I just meant the language, I guess. I was just trying to say something nice. Eh? You mean you have to try that hard to come up with something nice to say? Gosh. It's like getting a glass of boiling water. It's like getting a thing of boiling water and pouring it into a thing of coal it's like getting boiling water and pouring it on ice cream. That's what it's like. That's what's happening right now. Thanks, but thanks, but it really didn't come out nice at all. I do have a couple suggestions. If I was looking for suggestions, I would have asked someone who actually liked it. Which people did, by the way. Sarah liked it. And CSK did too. Don't pull the puppet into this. Don't do that. So based on that, I'll gladly give you some suggestions of my own. Okay. First of all, excuse me. ... I appreciate the offer, but I've spent a long time establishing my writing style. Okay. If both of you can't accept the fact that you both have things to say about each other's art, then this is well, not art, writing. I try to accept stuff, but I try to accept criticism, but so I don't really know.
Like it's hard to tell how I react to stuff because I can't see myself reacting to it. You know, the only thing I hear is just like,
I don't know actually. I don't know how I react to stuff. Because I can't evaluate myself because I can't see myself how I react to stuff. While my friends, from what I've heard, I don't react well to criticism. From what I've heard, I don't know. Oh well. Appreciate the offer, but I've spent a long time. Okay. I don't expect to change anytime soon, unless, of course, I come across something particularly inspiring. Which I haven't yet. Used what? And CSK liked my poem too, you know. Told me he was impressed by it. Natsuki suddenly stands up. Oh, the music cut out. Oh, I didn't realize you were so invested in trying to impress our new member. Eh? That's not what I... You're just... Yuri stands up as well. Maybe you're just jealous that CSK appreciates my advice more than he appreciates yours. Huh? And how do you know? Oh, he didn't appreciate my advice more. Okay, what is happening? Why is the puppet somehow being involved in your two's fighting? And why is the puppet being used like a tug of war thing? Are you that full of yourself? No. If I was full of myself, I would deliberately go out of my way to make everything I do overly cutesy. You... is everyone okay? Well, you know what? Oh, I wasn't the one who's... Oh, okay. Magically okay. Okay. And Natsuki. Natsuki, that's a little... Well, this doesn't involve you. I don't like you like fighting, guys. Suddenly, both girls turned towards me as if they just noticed I was standing there. CSK! She's just trying to make me look bad. That's not true. She started it. If she could get over herself and learn to appreciate that simple writing is more effective. Okay, both of you. Okay, first of all, writing, it can be either overly complicated or very simple. I like simple things, but not everything has to be simple. Sometimes complicated is better than simple things. Sometimes simple things are better than complicated things. That's it. That's the. Sometimes, depending on what situation you have to write something in, basically, depending on the situation, either or can work. It just depends on the situation. Then this wouldn't have been happening in the first place. And where did the puppet have come in here that has to be like the deciding factor? What's the point of making your poems all convoluted for no reason? The meaning should jump out at the reader, or not force them into to have to figure it out. Help me explain that to her, CSK. Wait, there's no reason we have so many deep and There's a reason we have deep and expressive words in our language. It's the only way to convey complex feelings that mean the most effectively. Avoiding them is not only unnecessarily limiting yourself, it's also a waste. You understand that, right, CSK? I'm not, guys, all I'm saying is that both of the things that you guys are talking about are good. Thumbs up, yeah, if I had thumbs. But, my friends, it doesn't matter. You guys are blowing something out of proportion. You guys are blowing things out of proportion. It's just writing, A. And B, breathe, both of you. Like, just calm down. And C, what the heck is wrong with you two? Yuri, you perfectly fine. Natsuki, Yuri, you kind of not perfectly fine. Yuri, you're a little bit, you know. And then Natsuki, you just it's time to stop, both of you. It's time to stop. That's all I'm saying. All I'm gonna say is time to stop. Well, how did I get dragged into this in the first place? How did you get dragged into this? It's not like I know anything about writing, but whomever I agree with, they'll probably think more highly of me. What? So of course, that's gonna be help, please, help, Sayori, Natsuki. Wait, what just happened? What just happened? I said wait. What happened? Natsuki glares at me, drying up any words I had in my mouth. So instead, I turned to Yuri. Yuri? Yuri's expression is so defenseless that I can't bring myself to say anything to her. Sayori! Yeah? Everyone's fighting and it's making Sayori... Everyone's fighting is making Sayori uncomfortable. How can the two of you keep fighting when you know you're making your friend feel like this? CSK? Well, that's her problem. This isn't about her. I agree. It's unfair for others to interject their own feelings into our conflicts. Then it's unfair for you to, put your conflict onto others! What do you mean? Yeah, it's unless Sayori wants to tell Yuri what a jerk she's being. Would never. It's your immaturity that it's making her upset in the first place. Excuse me? Are you listening to yourself? Honestly, you're both basically the same. Seeing this fight going on, you're both basically the same. It's just one of them's very shy, the other one's a hothead. That's basically it. This is exactly why nobody likes. Stop. ... Yuri, you guys are my friends. I just want everyone to get along and be happy. My friends are wonderful people, and I love them because of their differences. Natsuki's poems, they're amazing because they give you so many feelings with a few words, and Yuri's poems are amazing because they paint beautiful pictures in your head. Everyone is so talented, so why are we fighting? Because, well, also, Natsuki is cute, and there's nothing wrong with that. Yuri's, okay, are the same they've always been. They always were. Okay. Okay, ... I feel uncomfortable right now, and that's saying something. It doesn't take. I don't know how much it takes to make me uncomfortable. But that made me uncomfortable. Sayori, her stands triumphantly. Monica stands behind her with a bewildered expression. You and me both, Monica. You and me both. I'll make some tea. Yuri rushes off. Natsuki sits down with a blank expression on her face, staring at nothing. So, this is why Sayori is vice president, I whispered to Monica. She nods in return. To be honest, I might come off as a good leader, and I can organize things, but I'm not very good with people. I can see that. I couldn't even bring myself to interject. You tried, but then they just stay out of this! As president, that's kind of embarrassing of me. It's fine. Not many people can do that. Nah. It's not like I can blame you. I wasn't able to say anything either. Well, I guess that just means Sayori is amazing in her own way, isn't she? You could say that. She might be an airhead, but sometimes it's weirdly suspicious that she knows exactly what she's doing. I see. Take care of her, okay? I would hate to see her getting herself hurt. That makes two of us. You can count on me. Monica smiles sweetly at me, causing my stomach to knot. Such a genuine person really does make a good president regardless of what she says. That's literally what I feel like. I don't know. What I feel like the puppet's thinking. I don't know. Whatever, I don't care. If only I could get the chance to talk to her a little more. You always have the chance, you just don't do it. Okay, everyone. It's just about time for us to leave. How did you all feel about sharing poems? It was a lot of fun. Well, I'd say it was worth it. It was alright, well, mostly. CSK, how about you? Yeah, I'd say the same thing. It was a neat thing about to talk about with everyone. Awesome. In that case, we'll do the same thing tomorrow. Maybe you'll learn something from your friends too. So your poems will turn out even better. Oh boy, I sure did learn stuff from from the females. They were very. This was an emotional episode. This episode had a lot of fighting in it. I think to myself. I did learn just a little bit more of the kinds of poems everyone likes. Yes, we did. Mostly because Monica knew exactly what they liked, which is kind of weird.
Why does Monica know so many things about everyone, but they don't even know enough about themselves?
It's weird. With any luck, that means I can at least do a better job impressing those I want to impress. What is wrong with this puppet? Why are you trying to impress people? You shouldn't worry about being impressing. Who cares about that? Who cares about being impressive? Who cares? None of the females here care about you trying to impress them. I nod to myself with newfound determination. What? I hate this puppet I'm playing as. CSK, what's up? Ready to walk home? Sure, let's go. Yay. Sarah beams at me. You shooting lasers at me? What the heck? It truly has been in a while since Sayori and I spent this much time together. I can't really say I'm not enjoying it either. What? So confused. Sayori? About what happened earlier? Eh? What do you mean? You know, between Yuri and Natsuki, does that kind of thing happen often? No. That's really the first time I've seen them fight like that. I promise they're both wonderful people. You don't hate them, do you? No, I don't hate any of the, it's just, Natsuki's kind of a jerk. I don't like her that much. No, I don't hate them. I just wanted your opinion, that's all. I can see why they make good friends with you. You know, CSK? Yeah, because you're the only one who can cool them down. You know, CSK? It's nice that I get to spend time with you in the club. But I think seeing you get along with everyone is what makes me the happiest. And I think everyone really likes you too. That's... Hehe. Every day is going to be so much fun. Looks like Sayori hasn't caught on to the kind of situation I'm in. Sure, being friends with everyone is nice, but what? It doesn't really... Does it really need to stop there? What do you mean? I don't understand. We'll just have to see what the future holds, Sayori. I pat Sayori on the shoulder. I said that more to myself than her, but it's easier to use Sayori as an internal monologue sometimes. Okay, yeah. Let's do this. Well, let's just save this again. There we go. So guys, I guess I'm gonna do a two-part every time we get to this little book right here, we'll do a 2-part, okay? We'll do 2-part episodes, okay? And this is gonna be part 2 of episode 2, okay? And I guess every day, well, not every day, every time we end on this, we'll end on this book every time. Anyways, guys, don't forget to risk it for that biscuit, and, you know, I don't know what else, guys. Like, what else? You know?
I'll put the list of games I usually put in the description, and you guys, you know, like, just say,
Just, like, type in number that you want to watch, you want me to play next. Anyways, I'll see you guys in